Hey everyone, it's Kim Record. I often get asked, what is the number one thing that I would recommend to women who want to start overcoming their negative body image or their negative self-image in general? And that's actually the tip, my body love tip that I'm offering for you this week, which is to start journaling. Journaling is the number one tool that I know of to help increase self-love, self-worth, self-awareness, and that all ties into how we feel about our bodies. Because I've said this before, the only way to truly love our bodies is to first love who we are. And if we don't know who we are, how can we love who we are? So journaling is that tool that actually helps us to get to know ourselves on a truly deep, authentic level. And a lot of people don't take on, they know the benefits of journaling, but they don't really take it on because they don't want to do it wrong. They're not quite sure what to write about, or, they're afraid that someone else might read it and, they'd be really embarrassed if that were to happen. But I'm here to tell you that it's totally worth getting over those fears. I actually had some of those fears as well, and I can honestly say that my life would not be the same without journaling, without getting over those fears and just allowing myself to pour my heart out into my book on a regular basis. So I'm going to share with you 5 tips, 5 ways that I get the most benefit from my own journaling practice, and the way that whether you're already journaling and you want to step it up a notch to get even more benefit from it, or you've never journaled before and you want some tips to how to make the most out of it. These 5 tips I think will help anyone in either of those situations. So the first one, number 1, is to choose your journal wisely. You want to have a journal that speaks to you, that makes you feel good, that makes you want to pick it up and write on the pages. Don't just go to the dollar store and pick up any old notebook. You want to make sure that it resonates with you. I actually like to go and make an adventure out of choosing my new journals. I go to Chapters and I check out their wall, and I really, tune into my intuition for what resonates with me right at that time in my life. So right now I'm in the make way for the new mode, which is very exciting. And so I love writing in it. So choose your journal wisely. Number 2 is write like no one is reading. You don't want to be stopped by, making it sound good or look good, or, making sure that grammar or spelling or sentence structure is all perfect. That's just a waste of energy, and it's going to stop your flow. You want to keep your thoughts and your ideas and your feelings flowing as naturally and authentically as possible. So write like no one is reading, because probably they aren't. People are way too concerned about their own lives to be worried about reading about yours. So you're going to get the most benefit out of it if you can just let your thoughts flow exactly as they happen. Number 3 is treat yourself as though you would treat your own best girlfriend. Now, if your girlfriend were to call you up and start venting about a problem that she has, you would listen, and you would listen with compassion. And then when she was finished letting out, her venting and letting out all the crap, you would actually help to lift her back up. You would point out her strengths and her awesomeness and remind her of her ability to get through this, because you've seen her get through things before. It's your job as a best friend to show her love and support and compassion through these situations so that she can actually get through them. So that is your job to yourself while you're writing into your journal. Be compassionate, be loving, be supportive, and treat yourself like you would your girlfriend. And number 4, kind of piggybacking on that message, is you also want to end on a positive note. No matter what the situation is that you're going through, there is always a lesson to be learned, an opportunity to be had, a new opportunity to be had, or a hidden blessing or hidden gift in the situation. Now, a lot of times we're not aware of these as they're happening. So, it's important that as soon as they become aware or become obvious to you, that you acknowledge them and you end your entries with those positive notes. But if you can't see any of those things right away, then just end with a note of gratitude. If you have a roof over your head and food on your table, and you woke up breathing this morning, you've got something to be grateful for. And it's important to include that into your notes, into your journal. And then number 5, always go back and reread your entries. So whether this is on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis, depends on how often you write, always go back and reread what you've read. It's not just a one-time thing. There is so much value in your notes to be had. So, often we don't see the progress that we're making in our life on a day-to-day basis. But if we go through and we read, how far we've come over the past month or past quarter or past year, then it really helps to build our self-belief and our self-confidence. And then we start to focus less on how far we still have to go to get where we want. And we'll start looking and appreciating how far we've come. So those are my top 5 tips for an effective and really beneficial journaling practice. It's absolutely transformed my own life, and not just where my body image is concerned, in all areas of my life. And so if you do take on this practice, I would love to hear from you how this is working for you. And if you already journal, join the conversation as well. I'd love to hear if you have anything to add, or what great experiences that you've been able to manifest through your own journaling practice. So until next week, have an amazing week, and we'll see you soon.